Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy. He's an angel to me.
Shows that that they're not going to go away. They're going to be there or thereabouts. They are fighting till the end for this fourth spot. And B, what tremendous strength and depth they've actually got when
Danny Murphy.
Yes, look, we're quietly confident that we can get a resolution. I don't think it's in anybody's interest for this football club to be tipped over the edge. All we want to do is play football in Coventry and, continue the upward trajectory we've got as a club on the pitch.
It's such a crucial time, Tim, isn't it? I mean, we cannot afford to even think for a moment that Coventry City will not be with us in months and years to come. We just cannot afford to think like that.
That's right. And look, I can tell you the management of the football club, the people who run the club on a day-to-day basis, they're stretching every sinew and muscle to make sure that we get a positive resolution for this football club.
A final point, Tim, and I appreciate you're right in the jaws of discussion, no doubt, all the time. Can you give us a solid commitment today? You'll do everything you possibly can to ensure the longevity of this great, proud club.
You bet. Look, until we've got blood coming out of our eyes, we will do absolutely everything, Jim, to make sure that we play our football in Coventry.
That was Tim Fisher speaking to Bob and myself earlier on, and you heard it there, Bob. I didn't catch that at the time, but I certainly caught it there. Until we have blood coming out of our eyes, we will ensure we do everything we can to make sure Coventry carries on playing football.
That would be worrying if it got to that
next season.
Coventry fans will be aware they are right on the edge.
This has got
They are
bitter.
right on the edge of a precipice because there are three things: there's Sisu, there's ALC, Arena Limited Coventry, and there's Coventry City Football Club, all engaged. There's a massive legal problems going on, and there's the EFL saying, and the EFL have quite a large bit of patience.
Yeah.
But they're saying we need to know where you're playing, and it needs to be in Coventry. You can't be going to Sixfields again. You can't be going to Nuneaton Borough. They claim to know nothing about that even. You've got to stay in Coventry, which means you've got to stay at the Rico. So they've got to sort those problems out with the two people that basically they're loggerheads in court with. Yeah.
I mean, their only option is to continue playing at the Rico Arena. Coventry and Wasps are still at loggerheads over agreeing a new tenancy after the owner Sisu saw their call for a judicial review, I think it was, into the sale in 2014 of the Rico, rejected in October. So somehow they've got to get round a table, Bob, and I think this is going to happen sooner than later. I must admit, instinct tells me, for the sake of these great fans, it will get done. Yeah. But my God, are they leaving it late?
Coventry fans are in the saddest and the most frustrating position of all for football fans, is that their future lies in the hand of lawyers, and that's a
but they can always get a DVD of 1987.
There we go. Well, can I just change codes for a second?
Go.
Because obviously it was it.
John, a big Coventry fan in Coventry. John, you listen to it, no doubt. What's your take on it?
How you doing, Jim? You all right?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, the situation's been wrangling on for a long time now. We spoke a long time ago, I think, when we were just coming back to the Rico.
Yes, yeah.
Nothing's progressed, Jim, okay, in the terms of they're still going after Wasps in a league on the legal side. Wasps have made it quite clear, while they continue to take legal action, they will not enter into negotiations about about the agreement to stay at the Rico. Now, what part of that do they not understand?
John, what is the legal action?
Well, apparently it's all to do with the sale of the Rico, and they're saying that they weren't given a fair chance to buy the Rico. Obviously, Wasps stepped in. So to me, I mean, Wasps for me are quite blameless in this situation. They've taken advantage of a situation which Sisu should have done right at the start, and they didn't. And it's almost a little bit like now they're looking at how it's being run, and obviously the money's being made from it, and thinking, well, we want a piece of that. That should be our piece of that. And you're playing with Russian roulette with people's jobs. With a town of 400,000 people, this is our club.
Well, you know what, John?
We go and watch. And I know it's a business and whatever, but it's more than a business. This is people's lives and heritage. It's not right.
You're absolutely right there when you say Russian roulette. Hang on, they are pushing you. It is being pushed right to the edge because the EFL, I think, are the immovable object. They are saying Whatever's happening there between the three parties, Sisu, Arena Limited, Coventry, and Coventry City, whatever's happening, we're telling you, if you do not tell us by this date that you're going to be playing, and let's not argue about semantics, if you're not going to be playing in Rico, which is the only place in Coventry they can play, then we will have an EGM and we will remove you from the league. Now that's not a wild threat.
No.
You know, that's not a shot across your bows.
But the implications of that, John, are very real to you guys as fans, and we know that. That's why we're going to push Coventry and Fisher and Sisu every single day.
But Jim, I also thought, Danny, I thought your flipping comment at the end there about the DVD of '87 was in poor taste there, mate. You know what I mean? We're
chill out, man.
No, actually, it was quite flippant. Well, this is a serious situation, Danny. We could be losing our club on the 5th of March. We could have no more club to support. 123 years that club's been going. It's our club. It might not seem that, you know, it might not be as important to you, but to us it is. I just thought I was a little bit flippant in the end. That was all.
That's absolutely anyway. It's absolutely fine to love your club, but there's also, you know, you have to have humour in the job that I do. I'm not going to sit here and jump on your misery, and the show would become boring and
John,
tedious.
Let me tell you, John. John, here's the important thing, mate.
Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy, Danny Murphy. He's an angel to me.
Shows that that they're not going to go away. They're going to be there or thereabouts. They are fighting till the end for this 4th spot. And B, what tremendous strength and depth they've actually got when
Danny Murphy.
I personally thought, for example, at Tottenham in the Cup at the weekend, without Mahrez and Vardy in the side, that they might struggle to create, and far from it. They're still at this stage of the season playing with that energy, that athleticism and that creativity that we've seen throughout the season so far. And I think
Danny Murphy, how I want him, how I tingle when he takes a call. Every time he says talkSPORT, my heart begins to stall.
Danny Murphy on the Alan Brazil Sports Breakfast. Angels with dirty faces. Monday morning from 6 on talkSPORT.
And I think it's hard